Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Bravely Default 2. Last time, we descended here in the Fount of Knowledge beneath Magmel, reminiscing on our journey and seeing physical memories given form, allowing us to look back on where we have been and what we have done, along with learning a little bit of the history of excellence. But after a long journey of leveling up jobs, seeing some old enemies, old friends, and learning the history of the Knight's Nexus and everything surrounding it, we've arrived here at the very, very bottom of the Fountain of Knowledge, where very likely our final battle with the Knight's Nexus will take place. Lady Esmeralda is down here waiting for us. I'm assuming she's going to be helping us out in this next conflict. And, I mean, there's a save point right here at the end of a dungeon. You guys know what this all means. You guys are veterans by this point. So, let's talk preparations. So Seth is going to be running a very recognizable setup at this point. I want him to have a lot of physical attack power, as we can see, 903. This combination of Swordmaster and Vanguard allows him to hit some very, very egregious numbers. Now, besides the fact that he can do a lot of damage, I'm actually not going to be utilizing Neil Cross Slash all that much in this upcoming conflict. I'm actually going to want to apply Solid Stance and just attack normally on Seth. We will see a reason for that in a little bit, but this is going to be a little different from what I would normally do in certain boss fights. Now, Gloria is going to be approaching this fight with something that we really haven't seen before. Her being on Freelancer and Sub-Job Salve Maker. Now, this is mostly to take advantage of Mimic and BP Tonic. She's going to be sort of a single-target BP battery that can basically just pay the peak for BP Tonic once, and then just mimic herself constantly to give someone a constant supply of BP. She also has access to some extra damage abilities, and ailment cleansing, and a little bit of healing, so she's kind of going to be all over the place, but mostly she's going to be playing the BP battery of the team. Elvis is going to be our main support character, utilizing Spirit Master, so we have the access to Sub-Job Specialty 2 there in Spirit, so we get the passive healing. But he's also going to have Bard as his sub-job, but he's really not going to be using the buffs all that much. More just passing his turn, so to speak, with Shut Up and Dance to someone else who might need it more often. So I don't have to, waste the chance at getting access to my passives, because if he goes above, 1 BP, then he loses out on those passives. And then Adele is going to be playing our caster damage dealer, being Red Mage Oracle to get that in one's element bonus. She's going to be dealing some decent damage. She's obviously going to be wielding dual-wielding staves with our dual-wield passive here to do as much damage as possible. I do not know why I have Raw Power still on her. I guess I can give her MP Saver. That'll work. And then everyone else, this is their stuff. I would say, especially for Seth, since he's my physical attacker, bring Counter Savvy. Very, very important. But other than that, I would say probably the most important thing I have on here is Noble Sacrifice for Gloria. She's very likely to be the last one standing if things do go wrong, and so she will have access to Noble Sacrifice to potentially bring everyone back. Either way, that's my setup.
Well met, Heroes of Light. When the ways here are opened, the Knight's Nexus will find us soon enough. We must make ready. Are you ready to face your final challenge, Heroes of Light?
Ready as I'll ever be. Let's do this.
Very well. Open the gate. Fall back! Do not let it touch you!
That must be the Nexus.
That thing is horrible!
We can hold it back no longer. Forgive us, Heroes of Light.
The rest is up to us.
Here it comes!
None shall be forgiven. None shall be forgotten. All memory shall be as one. Those who imprisoned me, those who obstruct me still, those who fear the great unity, none shall be forgiven. None shall be forgotten. All shall go. All shall be destroyed.
I can take it.
So this is the Nexus, huh? Well, let's go ahead and see what we're up against. This is it. 91,000 HP. Okay, well, that's not as high as I was expecting, but she's weak to light swords and axes, and she's a demon if you decide to bring in a ranger. Okay, well, how are we gonna approach this fight? I do want to make sure that we're all healthy constantly, and let's see if we can supplement a light-based attack power onto Seth. There we go. Go ahead and give him that buff. We're gonna go ahead and apply Stalled Stance, and then let's see how much damage our regular attacks are gonna be doing with this buff. Alright, there we go. See, some decent damage, 8,000. Okay, they are not liking Elvis very much here. Let's go ahead and default with Elvis. I want to make sure he's safe. The passive healing is really not that bad. And let's use Gloria's turn here to actually compound a healing item for Elvis. Let's do a Mega Potion. Here we go. Heal him up. We're gonna play this very passive for right now. Calamity Calls, an AoE attack power, AoE attack ability. Now, the Knight's Nexus has access to two main debuffs, Berserk and Contagion. Unfortunately, I only have one Peace Ring, so I've put that on Gloria to make her immune to Berserk, but Berserk and Contagion immunities are going to be pretty useful, along with Dark Resistances. I didn't really go over that in my build, but it's not really something I'm going to be worrying about. I'm going to be primarily just keeping myself healthy rather than trying to mitigate her damage. Let's go ahead and set up a Disaster. Unfortunately, the Nexus can counter magic attacks, so we do need to be at least a little bit careful. But the damage we're going to be doing with Disaster is still pretty decent. Remember, dual cast is really strong, and also the second cast of every action cannot be countered. So ideally, we can just get away with a lot of free damage. As we can see right there, yeah, she's already near half HP. Let's use Elvis's turn to just remedy his Contagion. I do not want him losing out on a lot of his HP. I should just use a remedy. There we go. Inflame, that is an AoE attack that has a chance of causing Berserk. Thankfully, we do have access to immunities. We're gonna go ahead and default with Gloria, build up her BP, and then send Seth into the offense. Here we go. There we go, got a crit there with Crit Amp.
I shall rule over all shall be given to me. All who resist shall be destroyed. All memory subsumed into the greater whole. All shall become nothing. All shall be annihilated.
I needed that.
Okay, well, she doesn't seem very happy. While I go ahead and deal this remaining 30,000 HP, I'm going to let you listen to the music.
Let's see if your fates are up to it, shall we?
This should do it.
Nice.
Perhaps this might help.
Now we're talking.
It's time to get serious. Here, this'll help.
That feels great. I needed that. Feeling good. Okay then. All right. All right. Yeah. Get where it hurts. That was a good one. Get where it hurts. I felt that. Sorry, pal.
Did they really destroy it?
The heroes of light have prevailed!
We did it!
We did indeed.
Congratulations, heroes of light. The Knight's Nexus is no... This cannot be.
It's back?
You fairies, fall back, all of you!
How could this happen? Move! Get away from here! We will hold it here. Back, all of you!
Here we go again!
Oh, yeah, if you thought we were done, this is the frickin' Knight's Nexus. No, we're not done. She's back even stronger than before. 107,000 HP. How is she back after we killed her? I don't know. But, hey, we took her down pretty easily the first time. We'll do it again. Here we go. Sword stance.
Nexus. At last.
Ooh, okay. So we've already examined it, so we know its weaknesses, that it won't change. So let's go ahead and just kind of repeat our same strategy. And when it comes to Elvis, he's a little low, but we'll go into default. He'll be okay. Ooh, okay, that definitely hurt a little bit. I'm gonna try and stay away from healing him directly with healing magic, as the Nexus can counter that. So we're gonna be playing this pretty safe. We're gonna supplement a light damage boost onto Seth, and then we're gonna send some disasters onto her.
Let's give it all we
Here we go. Some good damage in here. Okay, that definitely hurt a little bit more than I was expecting. I will say, it definitely did not surprise me at all that the Nexus came back on my first playthrough. I definitely had a little bit more trouble in that first phase initially, but I was definitely expecting a phase 2, and here we are. She's not gonna go down without a fight, and you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way. This is an enemy that's been built up the entire game. Of course I want a good fight. Here we go. There we go. Thankfully, Counter Savvy's making that counter completely pointless. And let's go ahead and widen the area. Let's do an X potion. Why not? Let's just go ahead and make sure everyone's safe. Get those MP recoveries. Inflame, okay. Alright, there's Berserk. This is the main reason why I decided not to put a Peace Ring onto Seth. Because honestly, I don't need to worry about recovering it from him. Because if he gets around to his turn again, he'll just attack. And that's normally what I'm doing with him anyways. But regardless of that fact, we are going to shut up and dance Gloria to get her turn back immediately. So that she can widen area a remedy to fix that on everyone. We do not want to keep everyone berserk for too long, so we have access to that. Okay, so the Nexus is defaulting now. We're gonna go ahead and follow suit. And what do I want to do with Gloria now? Do I want her to start building a BP for the team? No, I want her to default as well. Elvis, we're going to shut up and dance. We'll shut up and dance Adele. Get her more BP. There we go, get more passive MP regeneration, allowing me to do more shut up and dances. The Nexus is preparing for something, and I'm not looking forward to it. This boss fight can really get out of hand fast if you aren't prepared. So we need to be very, very careful. Okay, two Braves, Calamity Calls, that's Contagion, Physical Attack, Inflame. Okay, that's a lot of debuffs on Seth there. We need to get around to Gloria's turn fast. Okay, we're going to Brave here for a little bit. We're going to need to widen area a remedy. That'll get rid of both Berserk and Contagion. Then we're going to need to widen area an X potion. And then let's go ahead and call it there. Yeah. So there we go. Widen area that, widen area that. There we go. Get the passive HP bonuses. Seth's turn has come up. I think I'm going to use Solid Slash and then attack her normally. That way I can get my turn back around as well. There we go. Deal some decent damage. Get her MP back. World Ender. Okay, we did not get any debuffs, which is good. She's defaulting again, which is frustrating me, but she's almost dead, about a third of the way there. let's go ahead and use Gloria's turn here to give Seth some more BP. BP tonic time. Mimic.
Perhaps this might help.
There we go. Alright. And then Seth's turn comes around again. Unfortunately, she's defaulting, so we're going to use Solid Slash to get our turn back around again. Okay. And we're going to use Elemental Supplement on Seth for that extra light damage. Unfortunately, counter buffs and debuffs is very frustrating to deal with, so we just have to kind of play safe here. Shut Up and Dance. Is she acting? I can't tell if the Nexus is defaulting or not. If they have moved. Let's go ahead and just attack the Nexus. Let's do like Holy or something. Okay, no, I think they're defaulting. Okay, they're defaulting constantly. That's great. I kind of want to default then. Let's go and default Gloria. Okay, they're doing something big here. Full Brave, Inflame, lots of damage there. Unfortunately, can crit. That attack right there gave away her MP there, which sucks. My commentary has been great so far. So much to keep track of. Holy crap, that did a lot of damage. Woo! The Berserk extra damage bonuses is really insane. Okay, alright, we need to get this under control. Let's go ahead and widen area a few extra things. We're going to need to widen area Remedy to get rid of that Berserk, and we're going to need to widen area a X Potion to top everyone else off. There we go.
Sorry to be a pain.
And then we need to get around to Seth's turn as soon as possible, that way we can finish this off. We won't have the light damage bonus, but that's perfectly fine. The Nexus is pretty low on HP. Here we go.
All right.
Never forgive. Never forget.
No. No!
Stand firm. We will hold back the assault.
Damn it! I can't believe this!
Can you still fight?
I'm not done yet!
I am Gloria of Musa, and I shall not falter.
None of us will.
You're going down this time.
Imbeciles. To defy me is futile. To stand against me is to stand against the tide. I am all memory, all knowledge, all that exists. All shall become one. One shall become all. And of those who resist a great unity, none shall be forgiven.
Let me at him.
Yep, we're still not done. She's grown hands. It's a grasping hand and the cradling hand. We have to destroy these hands before we can even fight the Nexus. And besides, she has new stats now too. Yo, boy. The fact that this is 3 boss fights back to back to back, and if you are not prepared, this is, in my opinion, without a doubt, the hardest fight in the entire game. And holy crap, is this an endurance run in your first attempt, especially if you don't know anything. Thankfully, I do, and this is still gonna be scary. I'm still pretty tense. I think I've come in here with a really good strategy, and we're gonna find out pretty soon if I did. Here we go, Grasping Hand and Cradling Hand. We need to figure out what these things are weak to before we can get to the Nexus and herself. Okay, so they're not too tanky, which is good.
It's time to get
26,971 HP on Grasping Hand, 19,000 HP on Cradling Hand. Thankfully, the reason why I brought Red Mage into this fight is because the Grasping Hand is weak to wind, and the Cradling Hand is weak to earth. And they aren't immune to the other's element, so I can just send Red Mage on him. So that's exactly what I plan on doing. We're going to basically just send Disaster and hope that it takes down most of these. Unfortunately, one of the hands is the Grasping Hand is currently defaulting, so we're going to prioritize dealing with the Cradling Hand first. Here we go. Disaster time. Lots of damage from Adele here. Okay, that's still doing some pretty decent damage even with the default going on there. Meanwhile, I'm gonna let you listen to this music. Here we go.
This should do
Doing good. Thanks.
Takes it up to it, shall
Oh,
we?
man, get it!
If you're curious, the Knight's Nexus can still do her old tricks, but she also has something new, the Exclusion ability, which will, as the name suggests, exclude someone from the field for a short period of time. Don't worry, they will come back. They also can't be hurt by anything that the Nexus does or that you do either. So you need to keep that in mind. Make sure that your team is functional without a party member active. That's why I've brought 2 characters that can heal, 2 characters that can support, 2 characters that can damage. Everything has at least 2 characters that can do it, just in case one person gets excluded. It's not like I'm completely locked out of playing the game. Something I did not do in my first playthrough, where I had basically one of everything, and my healer would always get locked out, and therefore I couldn't survive a lot of stuff. Or my attacker would get locked out, and the hands would just run all over me. We're gonna go ahead and default here. There's Ruin, some very hard-hitting attacks. There's Exclusion again. Unfortunately, my 2 attackers are locked out, but Adele comes back in the nick of time. Hopefully we can destroy the hand. Ooh, some good damage right there. I kind of want to leave the HP recovery to the passive regeneration. So we're actually going to give Adele a BP tonic and then mimic it. That way she can deal with the hands as soon as possible. My current idea is to have Adele deal with the hands and then Seth deal with the main body, since he can do a lot more damage. We're gonna go ahead and shut up and dance Adele, that way she can get rid of that stupid hand. Here we go. Disaster time. Take down that stupid hand. Here comes the Knight's Nexus. We also do need to be able to examine this thing so we know exactly how much damage we're doing to it. Heal up. There we go. Calamity Calls. Some decent damage with Contagion. Okay. Let's go ahead and just examine the boss. Okay, so they don't have nearly as much HP as I expected. About 61,000 max HP. Though, again, you have to get through the hands before you can fight this stupid thing. We need to get rid of this Contagion as soon as possible. We need to widen area, a remedy. Here we go. Get that MP regeneration, HP regeneration potentially? Nope, okay. Oh, Berserk, come on. Okay, let's shut up and dance Gloria. Because we're gonna need to do that. And then Berserk on Seth is not really that big of a deal, so let's just widen area and X Potion instead. There we go. Seth doing some decent damage thanks to Solid Stance. And the Nexus is still pretty healthy. I don't think I can really take her down right now, so let's go ahead and default. Ruin again. I hate that MP reduction, but it's okay. We can hold our ground. Let's go ahead and widen area and Ether, actually. I'm pretty paranoid. Get that MP back up. Come on, Seth. Okay, yep, the hands are come back. Thankfully, whenever they do respawn, they will only come back with half HP, meaning that you don't have to put as much work in. Whatever stats they did have before they left, though, will still remain. So for example, the Grasping Hand still has 1 extra BP. They're just kind of excluded from the field, so to speak, rather than fully removed. Let's go ahead and shut up and dance Adele, because this is why she is here. She is here to take these things down. Let's go ahead and use Disaster. Send these things back to hell. We've got so many resources. I'm here to fight the Nexus as many times as it takes.
Has been foreseen. All has been anticipated. And thus, to resist is futile. All shall be disassembled. The fragments subsumed into the whole. The memory of what was will be etched into endless black, and I shall go on. And though I fall, I will rise again. None shall be forgiven. None who resist the great unity shall escape its bone.
Phew.
Ooh, okay. As much as I was talking big game there, I do kind of feel the weight of this fight a little bit now. Okay, we still have 83 ethers to go. Let's see if we can use up all of them as we fight endlessly against the Nexus. Which is 78, 100 HP. Let's go ahead and shut up and dance, Seth. We should be able to wrap up that amount of HP with one good Neo Cross Slash. Let's finish us off.
I've got a little something for you.
None shall be forgiven. None shall resist the great unity. All shall be destroyed.
This can't be happening.
Coming back again?
Knowledge. All shall be drawn to me.
The Asterisk!
No!
What are we supposed to do now?
The Nexus was capable of this all along.
No.
There is nothing else for it. Mag-Mel must be severed. Set apart in space. Frozen in time.
Wait! But
This place will become a cage. A cage in which the great evil might be contained. Leave now, children of men.
no! We have to stay! We have to fight it!
To fight is futile. This is our only chance. A last resort. A technique passed down through generations of fairies in case of just such an eventuality. Mag-Mel and the world of men will be irreversibly set apart. Were you to stay, you could never return.
I don't care! We can't leave you to...
To what, exactly? Time will simply cease to pass. We will not die. Our fate will be merely to remain as we are. But nonetheless, this is a journey we fairies must make alone. Adele, you will go with your friends.
No! I'm staying here. I can't just leave you all behind.
You already have. You broke with our ways and left us long ago. You cannot stay. You must not.
How can you...
Elvis, I place Adele in your care. She has learned much since leaving us. It would be a shame indeed for all that she has seen to remain here, lost to time. Will you do me this final courtesy?
Of course.
Though we raised a glass together but once, I feel that we have known one another much longer. You are a good man. Now go, Adele. Mag-Mel bids you farewell, and the world of men bids you welcome.
But, Lady Esmeralda,
Come on, Adele. You all right, Adele?
I'm fine. Lady Esmeralda was right. I broke the rules. I left. I can't undo that.
Oh. I'm...
Come on.
Poor thing.
Guys,
It's moving fast. We have to go.
come on!
But
But nothing. We move or that stuff swallows us.
we've no choice, eh?
Quickly! The barrier's closing!
All right, keep moving. Wait! No! Adele!
I'm sorry, Elvis.
Wait, Adele! What have you...
This is all my sister's fault. I can't be the only one to survive it. Gloria, you get it, right? Why I can't just run away. Adele,
Fine, you're staying. Then open up and let me in. We're partners, are we not?
Exactly, you idiot! That's exactly why I can't let this happen to you too.
Adele! If you're not around, that cage you're locking yourself inside of, it'll be nothing compared to the cage out here. Please, will you just let me in? Or do you mean you don't want us to be together?
How could you even say that? I just need for one of us to go on living. Not that I'm not going to die in here. It's just, things won't ever change again. It'll be like I never left. So don't worry about me, okay? Or as the mighty Elvis would put it, don't sweat the details.
But Adele, I need you to know that
I know you do, stupid. You really think you have to tell me? You know I do too. But thanks. I'm glad you said it. Even if time stops now, I'll always have that.
君ともう一度
You know we aren't ending our journey like this. Next time on Bravely Default 2, we change fate once again.